From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Kent's Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, are you new to Weather NorCal? Well, number one, I want to welcome you. I think you're going to find this is a great resource for your local weather information here for Northern California. But you may not know, there's a free Weather NorCal app for your iPhone or your Android. Just go to the App Store, search for Weather NorCal. There's the logo you're looking for. Tap install and you're downloading it for free. There are no charges down the line, so be sure to check that out. All right, looks like those winds are going to continue to be just a minor factor out there today, but weaker winds, still a bit on the breezy side. Stronger winds going into tomorrow, though, especially for the valley and, of course, the coast, too. Moderate to high fire danger as a result for today and into the weekend. I think the fire danger for the valley will be higher tomorrow with those stronger north winds. Today, the valley will be flirting with 100 degrees. Could some of us touch 100 degrees today? Not out of the question, but I still think most of us should stay below 100 degrees in the valley with bigger heat arriving next week. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit more detail here in a bit. Take a look at your neighborhood forecast here for today. I've still got the valley below 100. As I mentioned, we're talking 98, maybe 99. Some of us may briefly touch 100, but for the most part, below 100 degrees in the valley today. Now you'll notice the mountains is getting warmer, but look at Modoc County, look at the eastern mountains. There could be a chance for a few stray showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm, but late in the day. Late afternoon for the East Mountains, and for Modoc County, probably closer to the evening hours as we go into, say, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Let's take a look at the winds. Now here's noon today. See how the winds aren't that bad for the valley, so we're finally getting a bit of a break from the winds, but still breezy along the coast, nothing too unusual there. Now we go into this evening and this afternoon. Look at the winds. They're beginning to show signs of picking up already later this afternoon and evening. Still gusty along the coast, and even the winds picking up for parts of the eastern mountains as well. Now tomorrow, again, we're seeing a bit of a break here. The wind's dying down. We're seeing the winds relax for most of us. But by tomorrow afternoon, look at the winds, especially for the north and west side of the valley. 20, 30, even over 30 mile an hour gusts are a very good possibility. Gusty winds for the eastern mountains. The coast actually may see a bit of a break from those gusty winds, so kind of a nice break there. Then going for Sunday, still a little breezy here for your Sunday morning. And there it looks like the winds are starting to die down to the east. And look at the winds, though. They're shifting more from the south as we do have that approaching storm system coming in on Monday. And we'll talk about what that means for our forecast for rain a little bit later. But the humidity levels for today, yeah, they're dropping. I mean, we're down into the single digits. This is going to give us that humidity, the higher fire danger. However, that being said, with the calmer winds for the most part, that's going to decrease the fire danger. And even though the humidity levels are going a little bit higher, teens and even 20% is still low. And when you have those gusty winds, that's going to elevate that fire danger. So let's take a look at the fire weather risk. This is the combination of the heat, the temperature, the winds, and the humidity. So the temperatures are increasing today, but the winds are going to be calmer, but very dry. So again, you're seeing some yellows and oranges in there. So we're in that moderate to high range here for today in the valley. We go into Saturday, it gets a little bit more interesting. Again, those winds picking up. Now you're seeing more of those oranges in the map here. That's going to go more into that high range. So we still need to be extra careful here as we go into the next several days. So the ridge of high pressure is in place. It's not a very strong ridge, but that ridge is what's going to allow us to see those warmer temperatures today. But you see this right here? That's the next storm system. This is what is going to kind of sweep to our north and allow our temperatures to drop. Not a big drop. It's still going to be above normal, but it's still going to be warm. But at least we won't be flirting with the triple digits, at least through the weekend. So there's that warmer air for today. There's that cooler air just kind of riding to our north. So what it does is it pushes the warmer air to our south, and we see our temperatures drop as a result through the weekend, keeping it mainly dry as well. But look at this. As we go into your Monday, we're going to start to see a bubble of heat develop in just off to our east over the desert southwest. That will continue to build Wednesday into Thursday. So we're going from warm to hot. Now this is where I need to stop and pause, and I want you to stop and listen to what I have to say. because you're seeing probably all of these different temperatures for your 7-day forecast or your 10-day forecast. And in that Tuesday to Thursday time frame, you're probably seeing some temperatures as high as 110, 111, 112 degrees. I don't know if I'm buying that just yet. And here's the reason why. This model that we're looking at right here is the GFS. It's the American forecast model. Notice where the big ridge of high pressure is. Notice where the dome is. It's over the Four Corners region. If we were to look at the European forecast model, this would be over here. That is a huge difference in just how hot it's going to get. And we're still seeing discrepancies in both forecast models. Well, really, in them both agreeing, right? We're still seeing that. The trend for the European forecast model has been a lot hotter than this particular forecast model. So it depends on which one you look at. All right, so what I did see this morning, though, is the European forecast model is trending at least closer, just a bit closer to what this model is showing. So what does that tell us? What does that mean for our temperatures? Well, I do anticipate it to be the hottest we've seen so far for the year. If we don't see 100 degrees today in the valley, then most likely we will see it for the first time next week. But again, just how hot it gets, that's going to be the big question. And then toward the end of next week, we're going to start to see this push to the east, cooler air push closer to us as well, and we'll probably see the temperatures drop. So this is not going to be a prolonged heat wave. It's not going to be here for a week or two, right? It's going to be here for a few days, and then the temperatures start to drop. So the Climate Prediction Center is putting us in that above normal category, and of course, that's what I've been telling you about here over the last few days. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about chances for rain, because there are some chances in there. Not only now in the immediate future here, but going into the long range. So here we are today at 5 o'clock. Just like yesterday was showing maybe an isolated shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm here for Lassen and Plumas counties. That's 5 o'clock today. So it's going to take a while. It's going to be late this afternoon, early this evening, that we could see some activity off in the eastern mountains. Then by the evening hours, it does make its way into possibly Modoc County. And then by late tonight, after midnight, we see that rain kind of move on out. Now Saturday, you see how we're starting to see some of the low clouds developing along the coast, a little persistent. We may see some high clouds overspread the region on Saturday, but I don't anticipate that to be a problem as far as bring us any rainfall. Then we go into Sunday morning, and you can see a disturbance pushing up to our north. But Monday, that's the day that we've got to watch here, because look what happens. We have actually got that colder air still in place. The coolest will be on Monday, with chances for showers, especially to the north and west of the valley. We could see some activity in Modoc County. I have included a slight chance even in the eastern mountains, but for now, the valley should be dry on Monday. Then we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, the heat begins to build in. But notice we're still seeing some clouds moving in and some disturbances kind of pushing through, especially to our north. So certainly a lot to watch here with that. But as far as rain is concerned, not a lot in the forecast, but there certainly are some chances, especially in the mountains. There you can see your wave heights for today. You can see they're starting to kind of retreat going into your Saturday. But there still is a small craft advisory through this afternoon. All right, so we have to keep that in mind with those northwest winds at about 15 to 20 knots. All right, so let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for Trinity County. There it is, triple digits, possibly 100 degrees, maybe slightly higher. There's that chance for showers on Monday. Today, we're dry, upper 80s, some low 90s for your daytime highs. Here's for central and southern Humboldt County. There you can see 66 for Rio Dell, 90 for Garberville. It's getting warm today for the inland areas. The coast, though, you will actually see an increase in your temperatures there, too, in the upper 60s for Wednesday, Thursday. Take you up north, about 88 for Orleans, 90 in Hoopa, 91 for Willow Creek. There's that chance for showers even for the inland areas on Monday. Not today, though. Look at the inland areas. It is kind of pushing that triple-digit mark, but for now, mainly in the upper 90s. Siskiyou County, for today, you've got temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, although right around 80 out towards the north and east where you've got those higher elevations. Should get a lot warmer by next week. We're talking mid-90s by your next Wednesday and Thursday. Modoc County, temperatures kind of hovering around that 80-degree mark here for today, give or take. There's that chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm possibly later on this evening, otherwise dry today. All right, so if you have plans today, don't have to worry about it. It's later this evening, you might see some activity. And then for the weekend, you're dry, you're cooler even on Monday with a chance for more showers, and then it starts to warm up. We're in the low 90s for Modoc County by Wednesday, Thursday. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, basically 80s. Warmer spots will be around Quincy at about 91, Shingletown 87, 88 degrees for Paradise. Again, that chance for an isolated shower late afternoon. First half of the day, I think you're fine. Then by about, say, 4 or 5 o'clock, you'll start to see maybe a chance for some of those isolated showers, but most of you will be dry today. Okay, and then we go into Saturday, Sunday, dry, cooler on Monday with a chance for showers. Nothing major, by the way. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, I mean, we're getting into the mid to even upper 90s by the middle and latter part of next week. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. So yes, we're again going to be quite hot. I think most of us should stay below 100 degrees today in the Valley. If some of us touch 100 briefly, don't be surprised. You're splitting hairs. But I think it's going to be more widespread triple-digit heat as early as next Tuesday, if not into next Wednesday. So again, you can kind of see here a little bit cooler out towards Lakehead, but still hot, 95. 93 degrees for Whiskeytown and Anderson, about 98 degrees. So here's your 7-day outlook for Redding. Temperatures dropping over the weekend. We're the low to mid 90s. Even cooler on Monday. Look at that, 86, gorgeous. Showers in the mountains. And then we've got the sunny and hot conditions returning. Now, I've got 100 on Tuesday, 105, 104 for Wednesday, Thursday. That's the middle of the road. So that's what I'm going to stick with for now. Be sure to stick around through the weekend into next week. We'll really start to get a better handle on what those temperatures can expect to do as we go into at least the middle and latter part of next week.